brings just so many things that we keep very dear to us.
A church is a family. And when somebody robs from a church, that's a line that you do not cross.
It left us with about a $2,000 insurance claim.
It's just one of those things that really irks me is people would just target a church.
I think people see the church as a place that lacks security.
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability is definitely the word. We're only here possibly 2 days a week. And just being in and out, the building stands alone for hours and hours and hours on end.
It's like they got a posted invitation. Churches on Wednesday and churches on Sunday, and come rob us any other day.
We can do all kind of things, but we're going to have to do an evaluation of the church first.
Mind if we look at the windows on the side?
Sure.
Okay. All right. The pastor told us the thieves got in through the windows, so that's the first place we're going to check out.
These windows are your weakest point of the structure. If anybody wanted to, they could bust out that window and you can put anything in the church through the window. The windows are way too big. All we need to do really is fortify this with a smaller opening. Maybe we can come up with some kind of a religious design or something like that we can put in here, maybe a cross or whatever, but we've got to shrink this opening.
I'm definitely feeling that cross thing like this, but see, it'll be small. I mean, your head wouldn't even, your body wouldn't fit through.
How would you feel about something like a cross in the windows?
I think that's a great idea. As visitors come up, it says who we are and what we are just by looking at the window. And also, if you're inside and looking out, it points us right back to the cross.
They are going to be bars, but they're not going to look like bars. They're going to be decorative, and they're going to serve several purposes. They're going to be inspirational, they're going to be beautiful, and they're going to be secure.
Pastor, I think what we can do to supplement the cross is we probably want to run some motion sensors that can set off some type of an alarm or early warning system. That's probably something we need to look at doing as well. Of course, the front door of the church is well lit and solid. No one's going to get in there. So I'm going to put a motion sensor and camera on the side door of the church, which is more vulnerable to intruders.
Sounds great.
Why don't we have a look around the rest of the church and see what else we need to do, guys?
Pastor Austin told us the thieves made off with all the church's offerings. They broke into a locked drawer in the church rectory. What we need here more than a safe itself is a real good hiding place. Closet's no good.
Under this will be too obvious. It's going to have to be something that's not obvious.
Pastor, is this hollow under here?
I would think so.
Sure sounds like it. I think I've just found the perfect place. Is there a way to get under this platform?
The entrance is right underneath the pulpit here.
Anybody breaking in the church, they're going to be ransacking offices and things like that, or taking band instruments. They're not even going to look under there. Our objective here is to secure the building, secure the church from theft and what have you. But you know, if you believe in the Bible, then you believe the end is coming, and we've got to help this church get ready for the end.
Let me show you downstairs and show you the storage and see if you have any ideas. It's just simple storage that we have.
After looking in the basement, we determined that this church is grossly undersupplied for any kind of emergency or apocalyptic situation.
And then we have our kitchen right here.
We know, Pastor, this would make an excellent emergency room. How many supplies do you have on hand right now?
I've never really thought about having that type of materials here in case of an emergency or a natural disaster.
While we're here, we're going to have to prepare this church for any eventuality. That way, church members can come here for help and assistance.
We can probably get you in some better preps down here so that your community is a little bit better equipped to handle a disaster, and it puts you in a very good situation to be able to help those folks in their time of need.
All you need is a little bit of forethought. Just simple supplies and simple prepping stuff that you should have would be so much help.
Let's see what kind of storage we can do with the food.
Okay,
Let's look at that.
Directly across from the kitchen is a storage room. A nice big room.
Yeah, this is huge. Oh, this is awesome. You can put a lot of supplies in here. Cases of MRE, ready-made food, cases of water, definitely. Blankets for any kind of natural disaster like tornado. You could probably support the congregation for a month or more easily. Storms and tornadoes, we get hit with a lot here in Georgia, but by the time we leave, this church is going to be ready to take care of its community.
You know, Eric, I've been thinking about all these alarms, security systems. But what if they get in here? Then what?
Well, you know, I've actually been contemplating that. I'm thinking something like maybe a smoke screen.
That sounds old school. How are you going to make a smoke screen in here? Build a fire?
No, we're not going to build a fire, Tarzan. It's going to be a machine that actually spits out smoke. It's a safe, inert smoke substitute. It's water vapor. Pretty much, it's safe to breathe. Yeah. It just creates a big thick fog. You know, if they can't see what they're trying to steal, they can't steal it.
Here's our game plan. First, we're going to install a camera and a motion sensor with a warning system by the side door of the church. Next, we'll put up decorative bars in the shape of a cross on all the windows to ward off thieves. If they still get into the church, we'll be hiding a safe under the pulpit, and we'll safeguard the sanctuary with a smoke screen defense. Finally, we'll stock the church storage room with enough supplies to provide assistance to the community in the event of an emergency. The side door of the church is the most vulnerable spot for invasion, so we're starting there.
The first thing I'm going to do is install a camera on the side door, which will monitor unwanted activity. If anything comes towards this door, it will be recorded so the pastor can view any footage in case something goes wrong. I'm also installing a motion sensor by the steps to the door. Just getting our motion sensor installed. When intruders approach, the motion sensor will trigger an alarm that blasts through speakers. I picked speakers shaped like rocks. They're gonna blend in with the exterior of the church, they're cost effective, and nobody's gonna notice. Get that one set up, and I'll put this one in.
All right.
Let's knock it out, man.
All right.
These rocks look pretty cool, and they look like they belong here. And you can get them at a rock bottom price of only $45 each. Next, we're going to record personalized warning messages on the recording device.
This being a church, why don't we have the voice of God screaming, "Thou shalt not steal," or something like that?
I love it.
Isn't that appropriate?
Yes.
All right, then.
Honestly, Barry, I'm starting to think that your voice almost sounds a little godly, almost wizardly.
Yeah.
Maybe we should record you.
Now you're catching on. You know, Eric's voice is suitable for Dungeons and Dragons, but I think I have the God voice. You will go straight to hell if you break in this door. How about that? We're down south, buddy. You got to put that. You got to put that southern.
You got to put a little fire in it.
Right.
I hear you.
This is one electronic device that I can buy into.
All we have to do now is record your voice into this receiver. All right, you want to play around with it a little bit?
Yeah, let's play with it.
All right, ready?
Thou shalt not steal.
That sounds like a Boy Scout. You kidding me? Give me your best voice of God here. You ready?
Thou shalt not kill.
Are you kidding me?
Thou shalt not kill.
That's not gonna scare anybody.
Now slow down there, Eric. I'm not taking voice lessons from you.
You ready?
Thou shalt not kill.
Well, that wasn't bad, Barry. That sounded like a pissed off wizard, though.
Thou shalt not steal. The police cometh.
That's gonna send them running scared.
This is how all the pieces of the alarm system come together. When the motion sensor gets tripped, the voice of God gets activated from the sound box inside the church and blasts out through the rock speakers.
Here comes Fred. Perfect fool to test this out on.
You think we really should do that? He might pee himself.
That might be funny.
Thou shalt not steal! The police cometh!
That's awesome. Where's it coming from?
Sometimes I forget that what scares everybody else, Fred just thinks is cool. If he fell into a pit full of snakes, he'd probably think it was the most awesome thing ever.
That's awesome. I'm walking into the church, and pow, it's like the voice of the devil or something. It's some kind of crazy hijinkery.
Thou shalt not steal! The police cometh!
Now that we have our alarm system set up, we need to concentrate on these large ground level windows that anybody could gain access through. 5 feet by 3 feet. Couldn't be easier. Well, I'm going to design and create a cross to go in the windows. We're going to fabricate it out of steel bar stock and flat steel. I take pride in my artistic vision for this assignment. What I'm really going for here is a perfect combination of religious symbolism and style. I think that should just about take care of it. Before we begin piecing together the bars for the windows, I want to make sure that they're all the right size. If one of the measurements is off, the whole thing is off.
Does it fit all right?
Might need to take just a little bit off the end of it.
All right, pull that out, see how that works. Perfect.
Perfect.
For the next step, I'm gonna weld Barry's design together.
Fred's got a welder, run.
Oh, back up. Having a welder's like having a nail gun. You just want to go around and use it on everything. I think Eric would look just right with a bolt in his neck, don't you?
On this project, Barry's the artist, I'm the welder.
And Eric's Inspector Gadget. It's like a puzzle, you'd put it together. Okay.
That's looking good, Fred. What do you think is hotter, the tip of that welder or the fiery gates of hell's eternal damnation? Hopefully, I will never find out.
With the frame done, we can put Barry's cross pattern over the church windows.
That looks good, Fred.
Now I need to make sure that the bars are sized right to go over the existing windows. Beautiful.
That's actually looking pretty good.
That's awesome, man.
Now that Fred's helped me weld it all together, I'm gonna spray paint it and make it look beautiful, cover up some of his ugly welds.
You're missing spots, man. Look at that.
You missed the
Like
whole
a
spot,
zebra.
dude. You missed the whole side.
Fred and Eric have about as much artistic ability as a 2-year-old.
You gonna be able to reach all the way in there, short stuff?
You need a step stool to get the middle?
Everybody's the same height when they're unconscious laying on the ground. Everyone's a critic. You know, I wanted to take that can of spray paint and, well, we're on church property, I better not say it.
This church recently got robbed, so we're gonna hide 2 safe deposit boxes where the thieves will never think to find them, under the pulpit. I'm gonna need you to crawl in here, check out the space.
And you're too big and fat to get under there, so I'm the only, I'm get elected, right?
I need Barry to crawl under the pulpit, make sure the boards are strong, there's no wires hanging around anywhere. Plus, he's the perfect size to get under there.
During the Vietnam War, they had guys my size crawl in tunnels like that. Tunnels so narrow you couldn't even turn around in. You had to go to the end and then come back. They called them tunnel rats.
How hard could it be?
Get me lamped up, get me going. You got it?
There you go.
You got another flashlight I could borrow? Oh. Now, how far back you want me to go?
As far as I tell you to. Have at it, Barry.
Let me take a look under there first, be sure there's no brown recluse spiders everywhere. All right, here we go.
You know, I always have to relish the opportunity to mess with Barry a little bit, so I thought this would be the perfect chance to get him in a tight spot. How does it feel to be under there in the dark?
I'm not in the dark, I got 2 flashlights. You know what? You can put a lot of stuff under here. Eric, what do you think you're doing? Eric.
Doesn't it say something in the Bible about begotten, gotten? Are they talking about playing jokes on each other? How's it feel under there, Barry?
Pretty cramped, kind of claustrophobic. Eric, let me out. Eric.
Okay. Hey,
Get me out of here.
Come on. You don't want that to happen in the middle of the church. Somebody come crawling out.
Tunnel rats had a 45 in one hand and a flashlight in the other, buddy.
I'm gonna get these safes installed now. Get these bad boys bolted down, because the safe deposit boxes alone are worth $200. Now we're gonna move on to the smoke screen defense. This machine will fill the church with a thick, non-toxic fog. This will prevent thieves from seeing where they're going and finding anything to steal. We'll position the device upstairs over the entrance to the sanctuary. Well, Barry, this here smoke machine puts out 30,000 cubic feet of smoke per minute. Once we get this thing strapped in, we're gonna put it to the test. To trigger the device, I'm gonna put this motion sensor at the entrance. All right, guys, well, let's check this thing out and see how well it's gonna work for us. Oh,
This is
look
awesome.
at that.
This is awesome, dude.
Holy smoke.
You said it, man.
Look at that hallway. What hallway? That's insane.
All right, guys, let's quit playing around. We got to clear this place out for the walkthrough. Pastor Austin's got to see this. He's got to be surprised. I got the bars in the back of the car. Let's get the bars up.
Well, I'm liking this.
Now that we've protected the church against the immediate danger, we're going to prepare the church for any future catastrophe. We're starting by stocking its storage room. Inside the storage room, we supplied them with almost everything they need. Medical supplies, shelter, freeze-dried food. We even have stuffed toys for the kids. Whether it's an apocalypse or a tornado, this church will be ready to serve.
Now that we've got the emergency supply room prepped and stocked, we need to figure out how to fortify the door and protect what's inside the room.
I'm thinking like a deadbolt.
Double key deadbolt.
So I'm just thinking something simple. Right.
Either that or maybe a basic keypad where you can just put in a code and only a few
number,
people
yeah.
in the church have the code and they can get in if they need to. For the door, we decided to go with a basic electronic lock to keep it safe from thieves.
All right, hold the door.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna take this off. The best part of this is you don't have to have a key. If it's a major apocalypse and half the church is wiped out, the other half that have the code will be able to gain access. You don't need the key.
What code do you want to give them?
I say we use 2015.
Why?
Exodus 2015. Thou shalt not steal.
That's
like
rather
that?
fitting.
When you pick a code, it's got to be something you won't forget. So for now, we're going to make it a Bible verse so we can all remember.
That's it.
Was that it?
Yep.
Program 2015?
Yeah, don't be taking stuff. That's what it says, right?
Yeah, thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt go to church.
All right,
Come on.
yeah.
Holy cow, guys, check this out. Dude, it's huge. Man. I'm walking to the back of the chapel and I find a gigantic swimming pool.
You know what? I have a feeling this is not a jacuzzi.
No, sir, this is not a jacuzzi.
What is
It's
it?
a lot bigger than a jacuzzi. This
The
is,
baptismal pool.
dude, this has got to be like 1,500 gallons. A person can survive on a quarter gallon a day. That's 6,000 days for one person.
You can't drink from a baptismal pool. Isn't that where they cleanse people and stuff? Or
Well, if it's a natural disaster, you could have the water stored here and process it, boil it, filter it.
I'm sure God would
That's-
understand.
As a prepper, this is an awesome resource. This thing has to hold 1,500 gallons.
Even if there was 100 people in this building, you can flush toilets with this water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
And you
That's
stay
it.
clean. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. This is an
More water.
emergency source of water.
Exactly. In prepper math, if you got 100 people, that's enough water for 60 days.
Well, fellas, why don't we go get Pastor Austin and show him everything we've done?
Let's go.
I like that idea. All right, let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Strong and sturdy. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Well, I tell you what, guys, these not only will protect our building, they look great, and I think they're really helping us to secure the church.
Well, Pastor Austin, if you'll join me over here, I'll show you your second security camera. It's right over here.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And basically, it just shows a view of the back of the building here, the back door.
Okay.
Very secure. Why don't you walk over this way a little bit more, and we'll show you the front of it. It's looking down.
Thou shalt not steal. The police coming.
The voice of God went off like clockwork when the pastor crossed the motion sensor.
So if the bars don't keep him away, we think the voice of God will.
Yeah. Now, was that the voice of God or was that the voice of Barry?
Well, that was me. But they won't know that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, you know, I got to be honest with you guys. I'm actually a little scared to go back inside the church to find out what other changes we've made.
Well, I hope not, because that's where we're about to go.
All right, let's do it.
Ready?
Let's go.
All right, I'll lead the way here.
We're very anxious to show the pastor how we have stocked the storage room for any natural disaster or end-of-days situation.
Okay, Pastor, we want to test your biblical knowledge.
Oh,
We've
great.
made your code 2015.
Oh, awesome. Exodus 2015.
Yes, sir. Enter.
Wow, guys, this is pretty amazing that you put this much stuff into this little room. I mean, you got everything. You have medical supplies, hygiene kits, diapers.
Absolutely, Pastor. We have much more to show you.
Pastor Austin was impressed with all the emergency preps, but the biggest surprise is waiting upstairs.
The church collection was robbed recently,
Pull this out of the way.
so we've hidden safe deposit boxes under the pulpit.
Bolted down, nice and secure.
How amazing. I love how the safe is in the middle of everything, but hidden from everyone.
Well, Pastor Austin, we got one last little special thing for you. All right, Fred, let's do it. If anybody gets in this sanctuary here, it won't be able to see anything. If you can't see something, how can you steal something?
Now, it's not smoke in the truest sense of the word you're probably thinking. It's actually water vapor with a couple of special chemicals mixed in. It's perfectly safe to breathe, doesn't stain clothing or furniture. If you open the windows, the smoke will dissipate in an hour.
Where are you, Fred?
Marco, Polo.
Where are you, Fred? Keep talking.
Not only is it going to act as a deterrent, but the cavalry will be here within minutes.
I can't even see a foot in front of my face.
I like this.
This is a security system of biblical proportions.
Don't fall down there, old man.
I don't know, man. I see the light.
Walk toward the light, guys. Move towards the light.
It does. Wow, look at this.
That's pretty amazing, though. It's amazing that you can't see anything. I feel more comfortable that when I walk out this door tonight and I lock the door, that we're secure. So thank you so much for what
Yes,
you've
sir.
done.
Thank you, Pastor. Thanks.
Thank you.
Pastor, it's a real pleasure. Well, not only did we make the church more secure, but now we've got the community more prepared for any kind of a disaster. The church is going to be better, and I feel real good about this job.